For the sake of life, ladies and gentlemen, keep your jawlines intact, keep your egos hidden, and never, I repeat, never, treat Dakota Ditcheva disrespectfully, because the outcome makes a Mortal Kombat death seem like a friendly handshake. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is the kind of brutal result that makes the Kardashians' small-time turmoil seem like a spelling competition in elementary school. Imagine this. One moment you're trying to play tough, mouthing off and feeling bold. You are now a live cautionary tale thanks to Dakota Ditcheva, aka the Blonde Savage. Even your grandchildren will experience second-hand embarrassment due to this public humiliation, which goes beyond MMA savagery. What's the most absurd aspect? People continue to put her to the test. Haters flock in hopes of a viral moment, just like moths are drawn to flames or influencers are driven to power. Instead, they are destroyed more severely than a phone that has been dropped in the toilet. What took place this time then? Oh, fasten your seatbelt. The outrageous nature of this saga, the leaked details, the emotions, the meme makes WWE plots seem like documentaries. Stay put, because after seeing this video, you'll see why disrespecting Dakota Ditcheva is a life-altering decision that can ruin your career. A terrible choice is the beginning of every legend. In this instance, the poor choice was made by some courageous no. Some stupid person who treated Dakota Ditcheva with contempt as if she were merely another combatant in the division. Imagine approaching a lion and yelling, "Hey cat, get out of the way." We're dealing with that degree of illusion. Dakota Ditcheva isn't your average fighter though. She possesses the ideal balance of talent, brutality, and arrogance to render opponents helpless before the first blow is delivered. However, it seems that word hasn't gotten around far enough because this specific disrespecter believed they were unbeatable. In case you missed it, they weren't. The backstory is straightforward, but powerful, an interchange of trash talk. A couple of strong words, a little rolling of the eyes, an expression that shouted, "You're nothing." That was all that was required. Dakota makes the decision to respond without the use of a PowerPoint presentation. She simply does what she will. Does best, which is to go from a composed assassin to a full-fledged executioner. The internet didn't simply notice when the altercation became public, it exploded. More quickly than FBI files leaked on Reddit, fans began sharing clips. "That wasn't a fight," one tweet said. "That constituted an exorcism." Another said, "Disconnected." Instantly, no signal, no service, likening the unfortunate victim to a Wi-Fi router. The disrespecter's demise was social as well as physical. The memes were unrelenting after Dakota took care of business. Gravestones that had been photoshopped. Jordan's faces are crying. Even one with the phrase, "Where disrespect goes to die." That featured the individual photoshopped into a Walmart discount bin. Fans weren't the only ones who added to it. Other combatants added their voices, till Dakota rearranges your dental plan for free. "You guys keep acting like her sweetheart," one person said. "Imagine waking up thinking you could disrespect Ditcheva," said another. "It couldn't be me." The disrespect was now not just addressed, but completely destroyed. Dakota, too. She hardly perspired. These days, scandals in the fight industry catch on like wildfire. But the fire becomes a volcanic eruption when Dakota Ditcheva is in the middle of it. Celebrities showed up like uninvited relatives at a family barbecue. So let's chat about their emotions. Naturally, Jake Paul couldn't help but tweet, "Even I know not to cross Dakota, but I talk trash for money. Show respect." Some people gotta learn the hard way, UFC luminaries said in response, echoing what everyone else was thinking. Ditcheva doesn't engage in gameplay. Then emerged memes, which are a method of recording history on the internet. In a widely shared TikTok, Dakota was shown strolling placidly as the disrespecter's sole altered into a ghost, literally floated out of their body. She was photoshopped as Thanos in another, snapping her fingers and wiping away the chasers. But the most outrageous response: supporters began using Dakota as a verb. As in, don't get ditchivad, bro. Overnight, it became slang. Treat someone disrespectfully? You've been ditchivoed. Attempt to be tough? Be careful or risk being ditchivoed. To be honest, if this continues, it may even make it into the Oxford Dictionary. The fire was fueled by public outrage. The disrespecter was ridiculed by some supporters who said, "You had it coming." Who is disparaging Dakota? Some pretended. It was a PSA. This is the reason you maintain your humility. Take note of this man's errors. Conspiracy theories started to circulate in the interim. Was the entire act of disrespect orchestrated to gain influence? Was Dakota communicating with the other members of her division in secret? Or was she simply acting like a savage and putting an end to this folly before it had a chance to take root? The drama was too good for the internet to care about the reality. Dakota was suddenly on the radar of even casual admirers who had never heard of her before. All of a sudden, she was being hailed as the next great thing, the fighter who always makes news, cage or not. As one commentator put it so eloquently, Dakota Ditcheva fights stupidity, not just opponents. Additionally, foolishness never wins. This is the point at which things get harsh, not only physically, but also socially, emotionally, and professionally. It doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling when you cross Dakota Ditcheva. No one anticipates the extent of the ripple effects. The victim comes first. Lord, please. They didn't only accept a loss, they took a L that changed their career. Their reputation quickly changed from that of an up-and-coming fighter to that of a poster child for what not to do. Interviews, uncomfortable. Social media, a roast wasteland. Sponsorships. To put it simply, companies dislike having their logos linked to popular loss memes. Meanwhile, Dakota's stock surged. This was a cultural moment, not just another victory. She was dubbed the Queen of Brutality by her fans, the blonde savage who upends law and order in addition to throwing hands. You had no other option if you didn't respect her previously. The MMA community responded as if it had just seen the birth of a superhero. Analysts argued that her aura, rather than just her competence, was what made her dominant. She commands, she destroys, she intimidates. Suddenly, the fighters who had been criticizing her fell silent, as if they were students avoiding the teacher's gaze. Furthermore, the influence extended beyond MMA. The narrative quickly became popular culture. Late-night presenters made jokes. The question of whether Dakota's "don't mess with me" attitude was a social lesson was discussed on talk shows, according to a widely shared podcast. World peace would be achieved in 24 hours if Dakota Ditcheva ran for president. No one would dare to declare war. The cliffhanger is that there is still more to come, 'cause challengers line up when someone demonstrates their invincibility, not with courage, but with pride. Dakota isn't the kind to overlook things, as you. Well, no. Every slight turns into a warning, each warning into a highlight reel, and each highlight reel strengthens her legacy. Thus, the aftermath marks the start of a new saga rather than the conclusion of an existing one. And if history has taught us anything, it is to despise Dakota Ditcheva and get ready for your demise to be shown in 4K on all platforms. There you have it. The harsh reality, the cruel lesson, the warning sign in large letters. Never treat Dakota Ditcheva disrespectfully. Because if you do, you will not only lose a battle, but also your honor, influence, and perhaps your entire legacy. This was no ordinary MMA headline. This was a reset of culture, a warning story. A moment so ridiculous that it should be recorded in history books with the phrase "epic fail." This is your mission now. Hit the like button as if it were a disrespectful gesture toward Dakota. Leave your craziest response in the comments section. Below, Did this individual deserve it, or were they sadly ignorant? Because we at Boxing Room cover more than just fights, we also cover meltdowns, controversies, and every train wreck that makes combat sports the best soap opera in the world. Don't forget to subscribe. The next controversy could happen at any moment, so hit that bell icon as if it were your rent. Perhaps another combatant is attempting to strain Dakota's patience. In the realm of MMA, that might be a startling betrayal, or perhaps just possibly we'll see the emergence of another viral moment so chaotic that it seems like a piece of cake. Keep in mind that respect is required in this universe. It is a matter of survival. Until the next scandal slams into your screen and reminds you that fighting games are about more than just fists. They're about legends.